Okay, you guys, welcome back to channel Claire. As you see, I'm currently in my car because I'm on my lunch break, but I wanted to do this video because yesterday, just continuing on this trend of people being like fraudulent, hence I've done videos on Amber Heard and Sherry Papini, both fraudulent women. So now we're going to talk about a fraudulent man. And I know you guys have probably heard about this per title, about the Jussie Smollett charge, hate crime, hoax, okay? It is proven that Jussie Smollett planned this whole thing because he wanted attention. He was hoping that it would get him an increase in his pay. He was literally, when this happened like 3 years ago, and he's just now being sentenced yesterday. He was at the height of his career. He was on a really poppin' show, Empire. He was a rising star. There was so much he could have done, like, if he would have just been patient and put the work in and did what it was that he was supposed to do, like many other actors have done in the industry. But instead, he thought, oh, if I plan this little hoax in the middle of like the height of racial tension, with Trump was like in office still, like it was like the height of like racial tension, which is why people were so angry about it when he came out with his story of being attacked with this hate crime. Like, people like were supporting him, coming out and like saying that this was wrong, like, which it is. Like, if that actually have happened, it would have been horrible. You know, I think Camilla even said it was a modern day lynching, like all this stuff. And then to turn out that you faked it all because you wanted attention and because you wanted more money and notoriety and thought that it was going to put you on a different level, and you just wanted to bypass all the work that so many other actors in the industry have done, especially your sister. His sister, Jussie Smollett, she's very talented. She's in one of my favorite movies, Eve's Bayou. Like back in the day, like old movie, and she was very young, but it's one of my favorite movies, and she's been in quite a few movies, and she's worked her way up. She works hard. I'm a fan of hers. Why would you not see what your sister has managed to do and try to mirror that and just put in the hard work? Instead, you chose to do this. So Jussie Smollett was sentenced yesterday to 150 days in jail, which is like 5 months. $25,000 he has to pay, and then when he gets out of jail, he'll still be on probation. A lot of people are saying that, you know, that's not a harsh enough sentence. They feel like that it should have been like maybe 5 years and stuff like that. And I get where they're coming from, because it is something that you, like, making up a hate crime and saying that you were attacked in this way, especially when people in our culture, being black, you know, have actually experienced hate crimes, extreme, severe hate crimes, and he made it seem like they put a noose around his neck. Like, we know the history of that. We know the history of that, and it's just god-awful. And for you to lie and say something was similarly done to you is just so fucking trash. You deserve to be in jail. On the other side of that, I see where people are saying that, you know, there are a lot of other people who have done things, hate crimes and, you know, shootings and this, that, and other, and they haven't received anywhere near that time. I think the example that I've seen come out is George Zimmerman. He's out and he killed a boy. Like, but what's his face is having to go to jail over a hate crime for 5 months. I just, you know, I do think George should still be in jail. Like, I do, and that's just my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I do feel like the 5 months is needed. Like, I feel like he needs to learn his lesson, because he was still going to be on this high horse, because at this point he is still claiming his innocence, even though they have evidence that they made this up. So maybe if you would have like had some type of remorse, Jussie, you know, maybe if you would have thought about it and been like, look, I was in a bad mind frame, I was in a bad mental spot, and I did this, and I apologize. Like, this, you still claiming your innocence and like trying to make it seem like you didn't do what you actually did, even though there's plenty of evidence, is embarrassing for you. It's embarrassing. And I also will show clips at the end of him being sentenced, and he also kind of made a statement when he spoke about basically, if I go to jail, you know, I'm not suicidal, so if something happens to me, just know I'm not suicidal. So pretty much trying to say he's going to be harmed in jail. And I don't want Jussie to be harmed in jail. Like, he's going to be like in Crook County jail or something like that in Chicago. I don't wish harm on anybody. But I don't think that that statement did what it was that he thought it was going to do. So I'm going to let you guys see the clip of him being sentenced, then see the clip of him saying what he felt like he needed to say at the end of being sentenced instead of taking time to apologize to society. And let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm interested. Like, I really, you know, I see it both ways. I do think what he did was horrible. It's not right. You should be punished when you make fraudulent fucking claims. Just like Amber should, just like Sherry Papini should. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Think about liking, think about subscribing, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye-bye.
I know that if you're going to try to make a living and do some of the things you do, you may have to go to other places, New York and Los Angeles. You can do those things. You will pay restitution to the city of Chicago in the amount of $120,106. You are fined $25,000, which is the maximum fine. And you will spend the first 150 days of your sentence in the Cook County Jail. And that will start today, right here, right now. Mr. Smollett, though the jury found you guilty and I've sentenced you as I have, you have the right to appeal the findings and rulings of the court or ask your sentence be modified. To do those things, you need to file a notice of appeal in writing within 30 days. You may also file a motion to modify your sentence, which would have to be filed in writing within 30 days. Anything not stated in those filings are waived for purposes of appeal. You cannot afford lawyers or transcripts. They would be provided free of charge. You do.
Respect the jury, but I did not do this, and I am not suicidal. And if anything happens to me when I go in there, I did not do it to myself, and you must all know that. I respect you, Your Honor. I respect your decision. Jail time. I am not suicidal.
Okay.
Mr. Boucher, let me start. Are there any